Now, next, no, no, what is vector algebra? Okay, it is not simple algebra. We can add, subtract, and multiplication by using certain rule, and that rule included inside the combinedly is called vector algebra. Okay, now we can add two vectors, two or more vectors. Okay, we can subtract two or more vectors, we can multiply two or more vectors but we cannot divide two vectors. Okay, so addition, subtraction, and multiplication is possible in vector algebra, but division is not possible in vector algebra. Okay, so I will discuss one by one. Now, in first I will discuss about addition of two or more vectors. Okay, now if we want to add two vectors only, then we have to follow two rule or two. Okay, that is, first is called triangle law of vector addition, and another is called parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, and if we want to add more than two vectors, then we have to follow the rule polygon law of vector addition. So these three laws we have to obey, and at the time of addition two or more vectors. Okay, now first I am discussing about how we can add by using triangle law of vector addition by for two vectors. Okay, now according to triangle law of vector addition, it states that if two vectors represented by the two sides of a triangle taken in same order, then the third side taken in the opposite order will gives the magnitude and direction of the resultant of two vectors. Okay, again I am repeating that if two vectors both in magnitude wise and direction wise taken in same order represent the two sides of a triangle, then the third side, or you can say closing side, taken in opposite order will be the both gives the magnitude and direction wise the resultant of that two vectors. Okay, now we have considering two vector p and addition rule, vector p and vector q. These are the two vectors already discuss what are the vectors. Okay, it has p vectors has direction along this direction and q vector along this direction. Okay, now we want to add these two vectors. Okay, so by using triangle law of vector addition, now p vector is represented by AB sides of a triangle. Here we have drawn ABC, a triangle. Now p vector is represented by AB sides both in magnitude wise and direction wise, and q vector here represented by BC side of this triangle. Okay, now see, this AB vector and BC sides or vector are taken in same order. Why? Because the terminal end point of P vector, which is equal to B, and tail point of C vector, which is equal to B, also is coincide to each other, so they are in same order. Then the resultant vector or closing side of the triangle or third side of the triangle, which is represented by AC, will gives the resultant of these two vectors, which is represented by vector R here. So AC is opposite, taken in opposite order to BC. Okay, vector. Now geometrically we have add. Geometrically we can write this vector R equal to P equal to vector P plus vector Q. Okay, so geometrically we have add these two vectors, but quantitatively we have to derive the formula. Okay, now we have drawn a CD line perpendicular to this extension of AB line, which is perpendicular to the AD line. CD is perpendicular to extension of AD. Okay, see this figure. This is figure 1. Okay, we have drawn this. CD is perpendicular to AD, and this BD also we have drawn in this figure. Okay, basically triangle is ABC. We have drawn this BD and CD line. Okay. Now see, this ADC is a right angle triangle. Okay. By applying Pythagoras theorem, here we have considered this. See, angle between this P vector and Q vector is theta. Here it is represented by this theta angle. Okay, it is shown in theta in figure 1. And angle between this resultant vector R with respect to P vector is alpha. Okay, because vector is this angle gives the direction of this resultant vector. Okay, after addition of these two vectors, vector P and vector Q. Okay, now ADC is a right angle triangle. This angle is 90 degrees. So we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So AC square equal to AD square plus DC square. Now AC means we have taken as R. So in place of AC we can write R square equal to, now AD equal to what? AD equal to AB plus BD. So AB plus BD whole square plus DC square. Now after breaking this, so R square equal to AB square plus BD square plus 2AB into BD plus DC square. Now written AB as AB square, 2AB into BD. Now BD square plus DC square I have written here. Now BD square plus DC square. Now BDC is also right angle triangle. So in place of BD square plus DC square we can write DC square. Okay. So BC square. So R square equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta we can write. Now BD equal to what? Now this is the right angle triangle BDC. So and this angle is theta. So using the trigonometric formula, so we can write cos theta equal to BD by BC. Okay. So BD equal to BC cos theta. Now BC equal to Q. So BD equal to Q cos theta. So in place of BD we can write Q cos theta. Okay. So we will get R square equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, or R equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So you have to, this is very important formula, very important. Okay, you have to memorize this formula. So this from this equation we will get the magnitude of this resultant vector after addition of these two vectors P and vector Q. Okay, when they are making angle theta with respect to each other. Now magnitude of this AC line we have got. Here it is represented by R. Okay, resultant vector. Now we have to find the direction also, because vector possesses both magnitude and direction. Okay, so direction is along this direction. How we can find? Now see, this resultant vector R is making angle alpha with this AB or P vector. So we have to find the direction, we have to find the angle R, this alpha. If we find the angle alpha, we can find the direction. So again, see, this is the right angle triangle. ADC is the right angle triangle. Okay. Now from this triangle, this angle is alpha. So by using trigonometric property, we can write tan alpha equal to DC by AD. Now in place of DC, we can write Q sin theta. See here, DC, this is BDC is the right angle triangle. So from this triangle we can write this angle is theta. So DC equal to sin theta. DC by BC equal to sin theta. So DC equal to BC sin theta. DC equal to Q sin theta. So in place of DC we can write Q sin theta by AB plus BD. Now AB equal to what? P. This is P. So we have written P plus BD equal to what? Q cos theta. Now BD equal to Q cos theta already shown here. So just putting in place of BD Q cos theta. So alpha equal to, so tan alpha equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. And alpha we can be written tan inverse within first bracket Q sin theta by P Q cos theta. So I think you don't know these things. You have to know these things, because it is in mathematics. Later on you will get these things inverse. Okay. So tan alpha equal to this and alpha equal to this one. Okay. So by knowing the alpha, we can find the direction of this resultant vector. So using these two formula, we can find the resultant have both magnitude and direction of vector resultant vector R after adding vector P and vector Q. So in this way we can add two vectors. Okay, so later in next class I will discuss about parallelogram law of vectorization. It is that is also almost same. Okay, formula will get same. So you just watch this video and try to understand all these things and by doing yourself. Okay,